And I had told you it was Trayvon. It sounded like Trayvon. It had sound like Trayvon.
I'm sorry, what?
It had sound like Trayvon.
Well, today you told Mr. De La Rionda that it was Trayvon Martin's voice.
I had told you that boy was Trayvon's voice.
Let me show you this. Council's reference, page 199, 18. I'd have you take a look here, beginning with line 18. Through line 23.
Okay.
Have you had a chance to read there? Line 18 through line...
What? The funeral? Why I didn't go to the viewing? I didn't want to see the body. I did agree with my friends that I was going to go. You gotta understand.
In order...
You got to understand. You're the last person to talk to the person, and he down on the phone. After you talk to him, you got to understand what I'm trying to tell you. I'm the last person. You don't know how I felt. You think I really want to go see the body after I just talked to him?
I understand what you're saying, but what you did instead was, instead of saying...
I did not even know he was out. I did not even watch the news. I don't watch the news. I heard that was on the media. That was on local news. I did not know about that.
Okay, I knew that it was emotionally difficult for you to decide whether or not to go to the memorial service.
Yes.
And you decided not to.
Decided not to go.
Sure. And then what you did in order to explain that to Ms. Fulton and then to Mr. De La Rionda under oath was that you created a lie and said that you'd gone to the hospital.
Yes.
So when you told Ms. Fulton what was happening on this March 19th meeting, you told her that you'd gone to the hospital, and that's why you didn't go to the funeral.
I told her, yes.
And then you gave her the letter.
I gave her a letter.
And had you agreed at that point to be interviewed by her attorney?
Yes.
And was your purpose at that point to do what you could do to assist so that George Zimmerman got arrested?
Yes.
And what you did then was you had a recorded telephone interview with the family attorney.
Yes.
You were supposed to see them in person, is that right?
Yes.
But you didn't go, or they changed the plan, or why didn't you see them in person?
They agreed it'll be better for them on the phone.
Who agreed?
First, it's supposed to be in person. That's what she told me. Me somewhere else in place. First, she told me I was about to meet to go to my friend's house.
And where were you supposed to meet them to have?
I don't remember.
Was it at a house?
No.
Was it at a studio?
I don't remember where.
Were you supposed to be recorded for television?
No, I did not know about no television.
You didn't know that your interview was going to be recorded for broadcast?
No.
So, how did the plan change? You thought it was going to be an in-person meeting, but then it turned out to be a telephone interview.
Yeah.
Who told you that we're not going to do it in person, we're going to do it on the phone?
It had to be by, I think.
Did he give you a call and just say, we've changed the plan?
It was her number. It was her number. think he was a three-way.
You believe there was a three-way conversation that included Ms. Fulton and Mr. Crum?
Yes. And I had told you it was Trayvon. It sounded like Trayvon. It had sound like Trayvon.
I'm sorry, what?
It had sound like Trayvon.
Well, today you told Mr. Delarianda that it was Trayvon Martin's voice.
I had told you on double listen to Trayvon's voice.
Let me show you this. Well, today you...
And I had told you it was Trayvon. It sounded like Trayvon. It had sound like Trayvon.
I'm sorry, what?
It had sound like Trayvon.
Well, today you told Mr. Delarianda that it was Trayvon Martin's voice.
I had told you on double listen to Trayvon's voice.
Let me show you this. Council's reference, page 190, line 18. If I had you take a look here, beginning with line 18, through line 23.
Okay.
Have you had a chance to read there? Line 18 through line 23?
Doesn't repeat the whole answer that she gave. The answer actually goes through.
Take as much time as you want. Read the whole thing if you want. Or maybe we could break until the morning if that would be.
No. I'm leaving down today.
What's that?
I'm leaving today. No.
Are you refusing to come back tomorrow?
To you?
Are you refusing
Okay,
to come?
we need to keep this a question and answer about her testimony. Any other matters dealing with scheduling, I will make that decision. So if you'll continue to keep reading, please.
Have you read it now? You finished? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, do you admit then that you were asked who was screaming for help, and your answer was it could be Trayvon?
Yes.
It's actually improper impeachment, Your Honor. That doesn't complete her whole answer.
Okay.
I'll be glad to finish it.
You need to, please.
Thank you, Judge.
And you had told me it sound like, I told you it sound like Trayvon, because Trayvon has a kind of baby voice. You really? Okay.
So the question is, well, who is screaming for help? It's not Trayvon, is it? And your answer, it could be Trayvon. And the question, you know his voice so well. Was that Trayvon screaming for help, or wasn't it? Your answer, it could be. Like I said, I don't know, but it could be. The dudes sound kind of like Trayvon. Trayvon do got that soft voice and that baby voice sometimes. So it could be, I don't know, you know it's not. And that's the end of the quote. Do you acknowledge that you made those statements, those answers to those questions under oath and deposition?
Yes.
Can we break for the day, Judge?
Any objections?
I'd like to continue, but I defer to the court, but.
How much more time do you think that you need to finish your cross?
Well, I certainly wouldn't. I don't know for sure. I would think we should plan on at least a couple of hours.
What?
Excuse me, be quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break for the evening.
I take it you knew that Ms. Fulton would be hearing exactly what you said because you were sitting next to her.
Yes, sir.
And you certainly didn't want to say anything that you thought would hurt her feelings or make her grief even worse.
Yes, sir.
So because of that, you were very sensitive to Ms. Fulton's feelings when you answered Mr. Delarianda's questions.
Yes, sir.
And that is why, for example, that you cleaned up some of the language that Trayvon Martin used.
Yes, sir.
You wanted to be helpful because you wanted to help the prosecutor arrest George Zimmerman.
I never thought I was a witness, a serious witness around that time.
At that point, being interviewed by law enforcement under oath, you still hadn't concluded that you would be a witness in the case?
Not an important witness.
Not an important witness. Because of that, did that also shape some of the things you said and why you said them?
Yes.
So, yes?
Yes, sir. And I had told you it was Trayvon. It sounded like Trayvon. It had sound like Trayvon.
I'm sorry, what?
It had sound like Trayvon.
Well, today you told Mr. Delarianda that it was Trayvon Martin's voice.
I had told you on the devil it was Trayvon's voice.
Let me show you this. Counsel's reference, page 191, 18. I'd have you take a look here, beginning with line 18 through line 23.
Okay.
Have you had a chance to read there? Line 18 through line 23?
I object to line 23, it doesn't repeat the whole answer that she gave. The answer actually goes through.
Take as much time as you want. Read the whole thing if you want. Or maybe we could break until the morning if that would be.
No. I'm leaving today.
What's that?
I'm leaving today. No.
Are you refusing to come back tomorrow?
To you?
Are you refusing
Okay,
to come?
we need to keep this a question and answer about her testimony. Any other matters dealing with scheduling, I will make that decision, so If you'll continue to keep reading, please.
Have you read it now? You finished? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, do you admit then that you were asked who was screaming for help, and your answer was it could be Trayvon?
Yes.
It's actually improper impeachment, Your Honor. That doesn't complete her whole answer.
Okay,
I'll be glad to finish it.
you need to, please.
Thank you, Judge.